I'm a very sentimental person.
This has been a real deep podcast.
I didn't mean it to be so. The deafest darling.
That was not funny.
Oh!
It's the traditional hero arc. You want to see them strong.
There's no heroes here.
No.
Come on.
No.
And I still think to this day that they probably are still, thrusting around the dark, so to speak.
I think, no, don't.
How are we all tonight?
Hello.
Oh, now, first of all, before we start hacking on each other or anything like that, may I just please apologise to everybody profusely for last week. There was a very small button that I omitted to hit on my soundboard. And so consequently for the entire podcast, I was just a voice in the wind.
You know what? I didn't mind it.
I'm sure most of the listeners probably said, no, this is good. I can work with this.
No, I'm sure people are going, oh, Paul, what's happened to Paul's mic? Oh my gosh.
It's not so bad if you're listening. Not so bad if you're listening on some sort of stereo where you can oversound everything. But when you're listening on earbuds...
Which most people are doing.
Which most people do. And because I listened to it myself and I thought, this is barely... Like, you can't listen to it in the car or anything like that because it's just...
It's a learning curve.
It is a learning curve.
Each week you're getting better and better and learning new
not
things.
Last week, was it?
Yeah, no, last week was a bit of a balls up.
A
anyway.
flop. Straight into the pool. All right, okay. What's been going on?
Movies.
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 Oh, yes.
I actually watched a lot of movies this week. It was good.
Did you?
Yeah.
Any of them to do with this podcast?
Yes. I wouldn't have shown up if I hadn't watched the movies that we had to review.
Excellent. Just out of curiosity, what other movies did you watch?
I watched a whole heap of the Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the old one, with my daughter.
Right.
Which she really enjoyed.
Yep.
I watched The Fundamentals of Caring.
The what?
The Fundamentals of Caring.
That's that one you asked me to watch, isn't it?
Yes.
Just remind me again what happened there.
It's not important because we're not reviewing it tonight.
Oh, yes. No, I remember now.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
was that one where he had to keep with... Was it cerebral palsy?
No. It was a muscle degenerate thing, but I can't remember exactly what the correct term is, and I'm not going to even try.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to offend everybody.
No. Yes. Just do a blanket statement. Straight across the disabled world sort of thing.
But no, it was good. And I watched the movies we're supposed to be reviewing as well.
Mm.
So, and one of them was The Fall, that was picked by your friend Jen.
Yes, and I was watching The Fall just last night, so it is fresh in vibrant colour.
Well, that's good. Mind. So you should shout out to your friend Jen.
Yes. Thank you, Jen, for that. It was quite the journey, I can assure you.
So what we're actually going to be doing is, because we've had a few people put up movies they'd like us to look at. So what we're doing at the moment is movies that people would like us to review, and then a movie that you and I have sort of said, we'd like to watch this, or we'd like to look at it all.
Cycle through,
and then we'll go back to our normal one once we run out of other movies.
Yep.
Our normal, new, classic, obscure, favourite thing that we do.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get cracking, shall we?
So, The Fall is a 2006 film.
Yep.
Alexandra, a young girl recovering from a broken arm in hospital, befriends Roy, who is a movie stuntman who has become paralysed after his first stunt. Roy, heartbroken and discouraged, tells Alexandra an epic tale of 6 men who share a common enemy in order to get Alexandria to get morphine pills for him so he can end his life. Boom.
Yes, a real upbeat kind of film it was. Thank you, Jen. It's another one in the Mary and Max box a little bit.
Well, I was looking through the list of films that people have put up, and none of them are like comedies or anything like that.
I think we've got the right. I think we've winnowed through all the happy, cheery people. I'm pretty sure that everybody here is all manic depressives like we are. Yeah.
Or they're just incredibly bad comedies.
Sorry, like you are. 'Cause I'm a cheery, upbeat sort of person.
Oh, yes, of course. I thought the death of Stalin was funny.
I thought you weren't going to say anything. No,
I take it back. I'm sorry. I'll retract that statement.
Now. It's been recorded.
Oh, we can always just delete it and pretend I didn't say it.
I might just do that.
Anyway, so, The Fall. What did you think of it, Paul?
Ooh, well, I sat down with Jolly and
So you're letting Jolly sit and watch films with you now?
Well, he lives in the house.
No. I meant as in, because you try not to watch films that may bring on.
Unlike you, who's like slummed in the corner and looking down at a little laptop with headphones on, watching it through like 12 inches of glorious Technicolor.
But it gives me pride. It's all private for me. It's all good.
Yep. I couldn't do that to the movie. I am experiencing it for the listener in glorious 65-inch 1080 Pi, and it is magnificent. And this is actually a film that really brought the TV into its own.
Oh yes, the film locations.
How many of them were there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 7 different countries, but there were so many other different. Everywhere, like India. So what have we got? We got South Africa. They had the hospital. It was a hospital from South Africa.
Yep.
A lot of places in India, of course. Czech Republic, the bridge.
Yep.
Fiji, the butterfly reef. Turkey, India, Indonesia, Argentina, France. The Capitol Hill and the Colosseum in Italy. So
while I was watching it, I was discussing with Jolie the level of drug use that was involved in the production of this film. And we were just discussing that sort of thing, and like, there is no if, buts, or maybes about it. This is a sumptuous affair.
It's an epic tale in the eyes of a little girl. I mean,
well, that's right, but the cinematography is second.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yes.
It is a beautifully shot film, and it's just all the different places and the way everyone's dressed and the makeup. It's all very it's incredibly exotic.
I would almost go as far to say it's almost arthouse.
Oh, yes.
Inverted commas. Yes. And so consequently, my own personal prejudices kind of go,
Is that because it's art house slightly, or because it's gorgeous?
There is a mild level of pretension running through this film, I think. Very mild. It's there, though.
Oh, it's just...
It is there, though. But, that's what I thought. This is what I'm saying. All of my prejudices marched in and formed up in ranks and files, and they were ready to roll. And the movie kind of pulled the rug out from underneath my feet. Like when I saw the guys, the bad guys.
Yeah. And
then I realised towards the very end, it was because they were running around. They were the X-ray men.
Yes. But everyone, you could see where she's putting her feel into all the characters.
But it left you hanging for so long. And
no, because she sees the X-ray men very early on in the film.
Yes, but I didn't recognise. I thought it was a fancy dress of some description.
Oh, okay.
This is it. You've got to remember, I'm not as smart as.
Oh no, but they do. You do get to see the X-ray man about 3 times in the film. So if you miss the first one, there's a couple more that will help you. Also, like the main characters are people that she knows or she sees in her everyday life. This little girl, Alexandra.
I definitely want to go. I only got to see it once, unfortunately, but I got to see it last night, and I was able to put my full attention to it.
That's good. I'm glad.
I know. It's certainly a better effort than some of the films that I've done over the course of this podcast. But look, it was a very tepid reaction at the start, I have to say. Like, I was sitting there, and I had the old man syndrome happening, like, hardcore, and I'm just sitting there scratching my head, doing a father's impersonation of, who is he? What's he doing? Why is he going there? And it was just like starting all that up again, and it slowly started linking the various dots together, and went, so it was a real journey for me. Incomprehension was my first reaction to the film, and I didn't know if I was going to be. I didn't have trust for the film. It didn't start me off with a feeling of trust for it. Do you know what I mean? At the very start. I didn't know where it was going. I didn't know what it was about. I had never heard anything about it. All I saw on the synopsis was that it was a fantasy of some description. Whatever that meant, And so it took a while for me to work out. Because, don't forget, it starts off, on the rail bridge, and I'm looking at Jolie, and I'm going,
the first scene
how
was
on wheels.
Very hard to work out what had happened.
Yes, it was.
When they pulled the horse out of the water, I went, what has happened?
Yes.
But then, it
It's
starts
a dead
piecing
horse,
into
yeah.
it.
But
starts
we didn't
piecing it all
know
together.
why it was a dead horse.
No.
But, yeah, because... Well, I couldn't even pick... this kind of goes back to bringing up Baby, like... in that people and animals were just cast asunder for the movies.
No. It gave you a real insight to how stuntmen and animals were treated back then in the 20s and 30s.
If they survived, you paid them off, and if they didn't, you paid off the family.
Well, I mean, and his mate, who was the guy without the leg, who's the one lead, Luigi is the name of his character in the story, the epic story.
Yeah.
He lost his leg, yet he was, still doing it because obviously that's his job, and you just have to continue or die, and that's the way it was back then.
Well, because both me and Jolly were both kind of really struggling to piece this together, we're just looking at each other and thinking,
I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for that.
Well, we were actually considering, what the hell Pip's going with all of this? Because, like sometimes you can miss certain aspects of a film, and like we were missing whole slabs, we're not doing it easily.
No, I connected, like you could actually recognise, like the guy playing Charles Darwin, you could tell he was the orderly. So for me, linking the stuff, it wasn't hard for me. Did you find that hard? Linking some of the characters.
Some of them I couldn't link. I don't have facial recognition very well, so it's got to be reinforced a few times before I pick up.
There was a couple of them I didn't recognise, but that's because they weren't into the very end of the film anyway.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit, obviously it's on her, and you don't get to see it. You only get to see her from her hospital visit.
I could start to relax and enjoy the film about halfway through.
Okay.
Because I didn't know and I didn't trust where the film was going. So, what did you think of the film?
I actually thought it was alright. It took a little while to grasp what was going on, especially with Roy.
Yes.
Because, you could see he was discouraged, but you didn't know why at first. And you don't get to see, the fact that his girlfriend, I'm assuming it's his girlfriend.
No, this is it. Because he's a stuntman.
But he had he had pictures of her and him together.
He was in love, yes, because they were on the set together. But I don't know if they were necessarily pictures of him being in an actual relationship. I don't know. I should probably...
No, on the photo thing, her photo's there with him.
Right, and the leading man had taken the girl off in the end.
Yes, well, yes. It's going to happen back then probably.
Yes. Lord Odious.
Lord Odious, or Sinclair. So I found it interesting though that she's Alexandria, the girl, is piecing together all the characters from her life.
Yep.
And I found that really interesting. I found some of the performances a bit, probably a little bit wooden at first, but then I thought, well, hang on, it is a fantasy epic tale. It can be told like that. It's okay as long as the real life acting is okay.
Yep.
So I could forgive that.
Yep.
Because it's supposed to be the epic tale, so it's okay if that is wooden, because they're trying to be all these amazing people and heroes, and they've got this happening and blah blah blah.
Can I ask?
Yes.
What do you think the film was trying to achieve?
What it was trying to achieve? Oh gosh, there's so many things it could have been trying to achieve. Looking at...
the plot was kind of a basic child's fantasy.
I know, but look at so many things it was over. It's looking at her, him. They're both got their own agendas happening. She's lost her father. Her family's having to work to pick oranges in this orchard.
Yep.
So they're no longer living in their country. They've lost everything. He has lost everything because it was only his first stunt, and he now wants to throw away his life, and he's only a young man.
Yep.
So he's trying to kill himself, and he's manipulating this little girl she's just basically looking at him as a father figure, because in the story she becomes the bandit's daughter because she wants him in her life. She's he's a strong figure who's helping her. So there's that side of it, and then looking at the stunts at the end too, about all these horrible things that were happening to people. You could get a couple of things out of this film.
Yes. Yeah.
So
as I was